And unfortunately, with Angel, she has to understand that she has created this villain persona, and people are going to take anything that she does and magnify it times 1,000.
But there's a thing though, right? Like at a point, it's not just a persona. At a point, it's because we're watching what's taking place and we're seeing certain things that you are doing. Like,
all right, let's get into our girl, Angel Reese, who has been playing so well over the last couple of weeks. She had her signature shoe just dropped by Reebok this morning. She's also on the cover of NBA 2K's WNBA edition. But all of that, unfortunately, is being overshadowed by an incident last night where during the Washington Mystics game, she slapped the clipboard out of her assistant coach's hand late in this matchup. Rodney, what did you make of that?
yeah, I was watching this game live. Really good game. Came down to the wire. Angel Reese was phenomenal on the glass once again. Was super just active as she prone to be. But when I saw her knock that clipboard out of the assistant coach's hand, at first I was like, oh. But the broadcast team kind of glossed over it. They didn't really say anything about it, and then I didn't see anybody else mentioning it. But if this was hey, listen, man, we're going to call a spade, all right? I was trying to be PC for a second, but I'm gonna pivot into how I actually feel about it. Yo, you got to learn how to control your emotions. And if this was in any other sport, I'm pretty sure there would be a lot more of a reaction. Again, this just happened yesterday, so maybe this will make it into the media cycle as of this morning. But as of right now, I haven't seen anybody really talk about it. And I was very surprised that Angel did that. I can understand it was the waning seconds of a hotly contested game, but that's disrespectful. You don't knock a clipboard out of your assistant coach's hand. Like, it's a lot of other ways that you can give people what you're feeling inside without disrespecting your coaching staff. Like, I don't vibe with that. I thought she was way out of bounds.
Yeah, it wasn't a good look. I saw people comparing it to the Kim Mulkey incident where she did the same thing. And even in Kim's case, we all were like, hold on, girl, like you're the head coach, but there's still a level of respect that you have to have for your coaches and your players. So when you sent that to me from Angel, I was like, well, what's really going on? Because like I mentioned in the intro, I felt like Angel has really turned the corner, right? And well. I felt like she's taken all of the criticism and she has really put that into her game. She's honed in on her craft. When we had Kim Hampton on the show, she was like, okay, these are all the things that Angel Reese could be doing to be a superstar. And I feel like Angel has done that in the last couple of games. I even have like some stats here that I want to run by you. But like her first 5 games, she was only averaging 9 points. She's averaging 19 points in the last 5 games. Like she's averaging 3 more rebounds per game in the last 5 games in her first 5 games. More assists, her field goal percentage is higher. So it's like, you don't need that. You know what I mean? And unfortunately with Angel, she has to understand that she has unfortunately created this villain persona, and people are going to take anything that she does and magnify it times 1,000. And that's just unfortunately what she didn't need that right now.
Yeah. But there's a thing though, right? Like at a point, it's not just a persona. At a point, it's because we're watching what's taking place and we're seeing certain things that you are doing. Like, do I think Angel Reese is a bad person? Of course not. But do I feel like at times, she displays emotions and attitude that don't bode well for what I want to see from my favorite athletes? Of course not. And I want to be very careful here, because I know when we talk about women and I use the word emotion, some people will think that I'm tying emotion into femininity, and I'm absolutely not. I just think that, emotions run hot for athletes, period. But there are some people, a la like a Draymond Green, whose emotions get the best of him, and he's incapable of remaining mindful of the space that he's in. And for Angel, as she continues to play well, because man, she's really been, her team is ass. You know what I'm saying? Her team is terrible, but on an individual level, she's been playing so well. I just feel like her brand, her on-court play is going to dictate that she has some level of leadership in her body. And I don't think that acts like these coincide with somebody who's an actual leader on their team. And I think that's going to be one of the next evolutions for her as she continues to get better and better and becomes a marquee player in the WNBA. She's going to have to figure out how to control her emotions, because, they also lost this game
Yeah.
because the Mystics got an offensive rebound and were able to hit a couple of free throws at the end, right? And we all know that Angel is supposed to be the rebound demon, but this is in the aftermath of her knocking that clipboard out of the coach's hand. Like, so now people can make the comparison of, well, if she was able to control her emotions, maybe she would have got the rebound. Maybe she wasn't in her head, wasn't in her right mind. And so you just want somebody to be mindful of all things. But you can't do this on any level in any league. You cannot slap clipboards out of coaches' hands. That's not okay.
Yeah. I don't know. Was she asked about this after the game? I didn't see anybody.
Yeah, she
with
was.
The post-game. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, she was. It was a light mention, and I think her response was, it kind of downplayed it. Again, I don't know if this is going to be a big deal or not. But I do, in real time when I watched it, even the group chat, because I was watching it with the homies in the group chat because we support WNBA basketball. Everyone was like, "Yo, she's tweaking." And again, she's from the Maryland area, so maybe she has some family in the stands, and she was just going above and beyond. Like, there's a lot of different scenarios that I can draw up as to why she did it, but I just know that she can't do it.
Well, on a brighter note, she released her signature shoe with Reebok today, literally this morning, and it's cute.
I think the silhouette is just like a little tired. I feel like this is a similar silhouette to the 3 or 4 other signature sneakers that I saw released in the last year and a half.
But what basketball shoe really looks cute nowadays? They all look the same, men or women, I feel like.
You're not all the way wrong. There's some standouts though. I love Kyrie's shoe. I think Kyrie's shoe is fire. I think Jaylen Brown's. Yeah, I think Jaylen Brown's shoe is fire as well. I'm actually about to purchase.
But this kind of looks like Ja's shoe.
Like, yeah, they all holding your phone up, but I can see that.
You saw the shoe,
old lady. Yeah, boy. So why you holding your phone up, auntie? Get out of here.
Okay. Before we go, let me pull up the All-Star roster because I made a little bit of a blunder on the show.
You made a boo-boo.
Unfortunately, on Monday, I had a little bit of a clerical error. I said that the roster had already been finalized, and it was not. So now that we've actually seen the roster, who you got now?
I don't care about that. I want to talk about this Team Gay versus Team Straight. Listen, I seen it floating online. And there's this conversation that I really feel like would be phenomenal for the WNBA, okay? The Gay versus Straight WNBA All-Star game. You like that, don't you? The Gay versus Straight game? This is like the NBA USA versus the world in the All-Star game. I think this is brilliant.
Who is leading the gay team?
Yo, this is good. Listen, this is highly competitive. All right, let me break down the roster. Okay. This is Team Rainbow. Brittany Griner, Brianna Stewart, Natasha Cloud, Chelsea Gray, Diana Taurasi, Courtney Vandersloot, Dejanay Carrington, Alyssa Thomas, Dawana Bonner, Sid Colson, Jewel Lloyd, Stephanie Dolson, Arike, Jonquel Jones, and Kalia Copper. That's a squad. Now that's a squad.
That's pretty good.
But wait,
that is
because Team Strictly, I'll stop there. Team Strictly not messing around either. Hold on. We got De'Erica Hamby, Caitlin Clark, Sabrina Ionescu, Skylar Diggins, Sophie Cunningham, Alicia Gray, Asia Wilson, Angel Reese, Jackie Young, Kelsey Plum, Nafisa Collier, Cameron Brink, and Aaliyah Boston. That's so interesting, though. What do you think? Who do you think would win that game? Team Rainbow versus Team Strictly?
I'm trying to be biased, but
why?
I don't know. That's a toss up.
All right, so I think Team Straight. I think they actually might pull that out. Just because
only because you got Feet and Asia Wilson.
Yeah, you feel what I'm saying? So you'd be surprised because I think by and large,
the
go ahead.
The Rainbow though got some.
Rainbow tough. Yeah. They got solid defenders. A lot of aggression on the wings. They got but I think Brittany Griner's a little long in the tooth. You dig what I'm saying? So I don't know how she gonna be able to hold up.
And
you
you
got
call
three
me old?
legitimate.
You call me old. You just
Long in
said
the
she
tooth
long
is
in
just.
the
I love saying that though. But yeah, yo, I was pleasantly surprised, and I feel like maybe the WNBA needs to embrace this. Sometimes you got to lean into the thing. You gotta just lean in. Why not? Why
No,
not?
because
Why
now
would you
y'all
not?
are, see, this is going to be the issue, Rodney, because now y'all are making Caitlyn, pick a side. And she has not done that. We don't know where she falls.
No, Caitlyn has a boyfriend, but I think she's had one throughout college, and I know she had one throughout most of her rookie year. I don't know where they are now, but
I just don't want nobody to feel like they have to,
nah. But then we can make a third team. we got Team Rainbow, Team Strictly.
Anyways, Rodney, let's get into the actual rosters that matter because I found it.
Okay, man, nobody care about that. Team Straight versus Team Rainbow is the vibes. I don't care about the real roster. Caitlyn's team is going to win. Her team, she drafted way too well, and they switched coaches. It was fire, but whatever.
I mean, I can see it. I can see what you mean, but I see Kelsey Plum is you like that. She's on Team Collier.
She's a great white, a great white. Yo,
and I saw that her ex-husband is on a team now. He unretired from the NFL. Did you see that?
I did. I wonder how his teammates are going to embrace him once he enters the locker room. Are they going to play his record? Are they going to play his song? Because I would just make fun of him for that. Out the gate. Darren Waller.
I forgot he had a song.
Man, the worst. That. Oh, speaking of new songs, we got to get out of here. But speaking of new songs, Jello previewed a new song on Kai Cenat's stream yesterday. Is fire. He got an album coming out, 13 songs. I'm not even... I don't like the silly
I'm going to
stuff.
listen, and if it's bad, you're getting Fumble of the Week on Friday.
I'll send you the link. I'm telling you, it's a bop. I had a good time today, Samaria. This was a fun episode. But Fumble family, I want to hear from you. Do you feel like Angel Reese was out of bounds for slapping that clipboard out of her assistant coach's hand? And of course, I want to hear your thoughts on Team Rainbow versus Team Strictly. Do you think the WNBA needs to adopt a gay versus straight all-star game? Let me know in the comments section. Police!